Ready to leave here. It's 1:19 on that clock, and the mileage is still the same. So the 1 mile must be the total distance, because when I start to leave here, I'll follow this other agent out, and then you guys can kind of gauge on time how long it takes to get down and so forth. Truly gorgeous views. There's some checking on all the rails. She said they've got an estimate of $4,000 to fix it, but I don't know what that entails. The posts, mainly the posts, but the rails, that kind of wood stuff rots, and it's really not worth having that kind of a rail system. You're better off to do a square post with a cap on the top. Okay, so we're headed out of here, so I hope that you can follow me, because the road could be considered maybe, it's nothing to me, but I still wouldn't, in the wintertime, it would and could become an issue if you didn't plow it right. So you have to learn to push the snow a certain direction. Okay, so here we're headed down now. And you get washboards, which I can see that there's a propensity to happen on something like this. The road seems to has some gravel, but I'll bet you that it's not. This is not a road that is considered to be county specs or anything like that, because it just doesn't have that much gravel on the top of it, and it gets pushed off in the winter. If you don't look how short of time that was, it's 1:21 and I'm down to the gate here, so I'm gonna hurry through this so I don't get hit. Okay, now there's that other neighbor that lives up to the side right there, so hopefully I'm going down here. So mainly the distance is this road, so you don't have a huge road of your own to have to plow, but this one you have to help on in payment or otherwise arrangements with other owners. So it looks like you and one other owner would be at the top up there, and so far up to this point not another owner that would be using this road. There's a nice sharp corner there, so you'd be wanting to push the snow off to the left. There's a metal gate, and so we'd be coming into another area, kind of a little bench here, and there's a neighbor right over there. Okay, so that's another neighbor, and I don't think their driveway comes in till lower down here, just right around this hairpin turn right here. Now this is a Sharpie, and this would be hard to get up. It would be hard. You definitely have to have a four-wheel drive, and depending on how you plow it, I don't know what would be required beyond plowing. There's the third neighbor, so I mean the second neighbor. So, and how long it would take to, in other words, up this level where we're at now wouldn't be too difficult with it plowed, but on some of that steeper driveway up there, it may require sanding. I am not sure. I don't have to deal with stuff that steep, but four-wheel drive, you definitely have to have an all-wheel or four-wheel drive in the wintertime to get up there. By the way, going back to the garages really quick, looked like there was 4 garages. One would be a shop. You may not even have to build a shop. You know, it's got the garage you can, if your rigs weren't too large, you could park right there in the house if you wanted to. It looks like we got another neighbor there, right off of here. So this whole area there's more and more people pay for it. It gets, you know, less expensive. She gave me some paperwork of what he has done with plowing in the past and so forth, and I'll try and scan that and send that to you. If it's in the packet, where she just handed me a packet and said, here, some plowing information. So here's another hairpin turn. It's now just turned 1:24 on this clock compared to what it was a second ago here, or a minute ago. So we're a couple minutes. And I'm not going out of here too fast. I've kind of been dragging the brakes a little bit. And I think that you'd be going about this speed too in the winter. You wouldn't be going faster than this, or it would be unsafe. Here's another guy right here. And then there's kind of a speed bump right here for some reason, one of them rubber ones down. And that guy's got kind of a little storage house right there. I guess that's his way that guy heats his property right there in that place. That's a ground source heat pump, but it's run off of firewood. That last place I showed you there, he actually heats the whole house out of an outside shed. Kind of a... Okay, and then this, I think, is the first neighbor. And that's the only one that is kind of a, in my mind, kind of might be distracting. It's kind of a mobile home or double wide. What do you call it? Manufactured home, I guess. Put together. Okay, and so I want you to know that the road, when you get up to some of them parts up there, they're going to be an issue. You're going to have to own your own plow. It'll probably have to be a nicer Blizzard or a Boss plow, and you can adjust it from a remote inside and change the direction that you're pushing the snow, just almost like a plow person. So you're going to own a pretty good plow. Okay, Peters Creek Road. We're down to the paved road right here, and it is, there's the clock. Let's see if we'll get it to change to 126 here, and then we'll have real close reality there. Nothing yet. And then this is there's 126 just as I was getting on the pavement. Okay, and there's the mileage. So I don't think it was a mile long. I started at 8 and I'm back down to 9. Going up and back might be a mile. So now we're on Foothill Road here. This is traveled pretty heavily, but this takes some time to get out of. It adds quite a bit of time to you wanting to get, you know, down to the valley. So you're at the edge of the mountains right here the whole time. Most of the time when you're on Foothill Road, kind of the edge of the foothills, and then you get out of them, then you've got your time into town as being whatever it is. But I think here, this adds another, in the winter, maybe another 10 minutes onto your drive time, and it's really close to the freeway. I don't know why they don't have a road going directly right through here, straight out to the freeway. It's just crazy. They should have one. I do not know why they don't, but maybe that's a good thing. For the county, at least. Whatever's good for the county is good, not necessarily always good for the people. So here's a creek we're crossing. Browns Gulch Road is just to my right there. And we're coming down to, pretty soon I'll be getting off the road because I head straight down to my house, my direction. It's on Bachelor Grade Road. So I'm almost to Bachelor Grade Road where I turn left, and then I'll shut the camera off. The camera on this run has been running 8+ minutes. So we're at 8:12, 8:13, and coming up on Foothill Road here. Foothill Road's pretty much taken care of by the county. And this road is not really a road you'd be taking. You'd probably continue on with the paved road right there. So signing off.